Hello everybody, Mike Levin here on Friday, April 17th. And this coming Tuesday is what they're calling Mobilegeddon, when Google is going to start serving mobile-friendly results on mobile devices. So there's this need to make sure a site is mobile ready. And there's a couple of really easy scraper functions I want to write, but the problem has been you need to test it against a bunch of URLs, and it's a pain to get a bunch of URLs into a spreadsheet like this for testing in Pipulate. So I'm writing a crawler first. And when last we left off, I got it to the point where you could put a question mark in there, go to Pipulate, Pipulate it, and then you're going to get back a list of all the URLs, all the href values, the href values in particular, as a Python list stuffed directly into that cell, replacing the question mark. And that sets the stage for this video, which is going to be breaking that out into a list. There's some filtering stuff I could do here for making sure it's on site and on domain, but I got to start hitting this home and making the videos more interesting. So instead of it just stuffing, let's not stuff, let's make a row per. And you might remember from earlier videos, we're all set up for that row per stuff. Let's get that video saved onto a window that's far away. This is the interactive Python command line. We don't need that. We need our actual code. And I just did this gotcha to keep the execution from happening. So there's a pretty good chance that I could just do it right here. Oh, I'm making a nice clean list. I need a list of lists. So I need two rows that I'm actually going to work on here. One is, let's see how this is going to work. There's going to be a list, and then each time it's going to be appending another list. So I don't even need to do that there. I can just use string notation for lists, and it's going to be, what I'm building here is the representation of an insert row. So right now this is going to plug the link that was found in cell 1, which is URL. That's exactly right. Now cell 2, I don't want a question mark going in. That is fast forward in time too far. That's going to help create a recursive crawl, a much more inclusive crawl than we really want. I just want a bunch of URLs going down row 1 and the question mark not filled in here. But the syntax for inserting rows addresses inserting multiple columns on a row. And since our data structure is each row is essentially too long at this point, I am going to return a list that looks like this. It's going to have an empty next to it. And that should do it. I took out the gotcha. We don't want to return this. And after it's been processed, it's no longer hello. It's crawled, right? Done. Crawl. Done. We'll go with done for now. Prepare to have your mind blown if this works the way I think it's going to work. So now instead of insert rows of that list of lists I faked, I'm going to insert rows with what came back as links. Links is now a list of lists, starting at row 2, which with a 0 base index, it's really going to be row 3. I think that's the way that works. Yeah, nice. Look at this. With this much code, now sure, it took me a long time to get here. That's because there's a lot of thinking that goes into this. What does this do precisely? Pipulate. Drum roll, please. If this works, this might be all the videos for today, because I'm not going to bore you with filtering. All the videos for the crawl. I'll show you the Mobilegeddon ones, of course. Now when this little lock stays red for too long and you start getting messages about heavy traffic on the interwebs tonight, just close out of it. Some people are going to basically attack and try and tear apart Pipulate on this basis, but you know what? Doing stuff with APIs is sometimes like the weather, and you just have to try again later when the weather clears up. Try not to get bent about it, and remember the value that you're getting out of being able to do something like what you're about to see. And there it is. It was doing exactly what I wanted. It just wasn't really doing it, huh? Well, I got some choices now, whether to keep that genuine experience intact or whether to edit this video to make myself look better. Wouldn't it be the controversial thing to just put it out there like this? Yeah, much more valuable video, isn't it? All right, well, we're at the point where the next video will in fact be checking on the code of a fetch on each of these, and if a mobile page is found, checking for the canonical tag on that subsequent URL. It's going to be fun. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.